What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to go over the trades that we took today inside the private Discord as well as the game plan going into tomorrow. So this is what we looked like off of open. If we pull up the Friday contracts, you guys know this tells us the trend in the market, and this tells us what side we want to be focusing on, whether that's a long or short side. So if we flip to the call side, you guys know the market's been trending bullish the last week or so, and off of open, this is where we opened up at. So you can see right here, we end up opening down here right near this 50 SMA. What does that mean? The market's still bullish. Why? Because the 10 SMA, which is the green line, is above this 50 SMA, and that means we're bullish. We've been bullish since this cross back in here. You can see what happened. 10 went above the 50, and every dip to the 50 gets bought. I mean, it's pretty simple. So with that being said, my bias was still to the upside. I went over that in yesterday's video. I'm not planning on taking any shorts until this chart goes negative and the bulls lose the trend. So obviously bulls held the trend the entire day, and I was only focused on the long side. So with that being said, with how we looked on the 0DT charts was very simple today. All I was looking for was a cross on the call side, and we finally got that towards the end of the day. You can see right off of open, we closed below this 50 SMA right here. On the call side, this chart is going negative, but I'm not taking a negative cross on the call side when the market's bullish. That's something you don't want to do. Yes, it worked out, but that's just not a trade you take. It's not part of the system. I don't care what anyone says. If you're trading the system, that is not that's not a trade you take because the market's trending bullish. So yeah, I'm going to just flip to the put side real quick just to see what we looked like here throughout the day. So we can see, we end up getting this big drop here right to the 50 SMA. I usually don't play these rejections. I mean, I'm just focused on taking a cross. That's my main trade. I know I went over this last couple videos. I'm looking for my best setup going into each day, and the best setup today was a call cross. So I'm just showing you guys this chart because there was no opportunity here on the put side. Wasn't really focused on this chart anyways because the market was bullish. But if we flip back to the call side, we finally got a cross here in the afternoon, and I did take this. 10 went above the 50 SMA right here, so 10 is crossing the 50. You don't enter until this 50 SMA, which is this blue line, curls or flattens out. So it ended up curling right here. You could see, slope down, slope down, slope down, and it curled up right here. So ended up curling up. When we curled up, I entered some SPY 0DT calls, and we actually caught 100% on those, which was a very nice move. I mean, I know NQ was a lot weaker, so that's why I didn't take futures on this. I just went with the options. This was in the afternoon, late afternoon, so these contracts ended up moving really nicely. It doesn't seem like a big move happened, but we actually caught 100% on the premium. So on this leg up, I was scaling out like a majority because as you can see by the choppiness of the day, you can just see it's very wicky. So I'm not trying to go into anything crazy. Like my sizing on this wasn't really that much. It was lighter size. I told Discord that because just how we've been moving today, it's not ideal action. So when that's the case, I'm not gonna throw any crazy size. I know we're trending bullish, but still with how we were moving today, didn't like it. So it was on the lighter size. I mean, we still caught a good, 100% on the contracts. It's still a good move. I mean, I'm not complaining at all by that. But yeah, gave this to Discord. A nice 0DT cross on the call side, 100% on the 0DT contract. So yeah, we got this very large wick right here. That's where I sold majority, and then I got stopped pretty much at break even. I closed the rest at 10% of profit because by the time it chops around a little bit, I'm gonna get break even anyway. So I just closed it, and that was that. I think NQ probably ran like 40 points or so. I'm not sure what ES ran, but yeah, I scaled out most on that wick because it was like 100%. So yeah, that's the only trade I took today. I mean, it was very simple. Like I said, I'm looking at one setup going in each day. What is my bet? What's the most probable setup today? It's very simple to know that. We know the market's bullish. When we're bullish, what do we look for? 0DT cross in the direction of the trend. The trend's bullish, so we're looking for a 0DT cross on calls. It's a beautiful trade to take. I'm taking that trade any day of the week, and we got a good move out of it. So that's all I took today. Very simple. Going into tomorrow, again, market's still bullish. I still favor the bull side. Obviously, that could change, but until this chart goes negative and the bulls lose the trend, I favor up. I mean, that's just how I trade. I trade with the trend. It's very easy to trade this way. I don't have any strong bias. I'm not consistently I'm not constantly in a position. I'm just given my bias. My bias doesn't really necessarily mean that I'm going to trade that same direction, but for the most part, that's usually what happens. So going into tomorrow, since we're bullish, 10's above the 50 SMA on the 30-minute chart, we're just looking for that 0DT call across again tomorrow. That's all I'm looking for. I mean, it's very simple. If this chart does go negative, then I'd be open to taking a put cross. And by negative, I mean this 10 SMA crosses back below the 50, and yeah, if we get that tomorrow, then I would be open to taking the put cross. We always have a plan for each direction. It is possible we do lose the 50 tomorrow. I mean, it's very possible. The trend's been going on for a hot minute. Mark has been ripping face. Higher time frames do look pretty bullish, though. Won't lie. You can see this hourly chart. It's very bullish still. 1 hour's crossed, obviously. 2 hours crossed, same thing. And then this 4-hour chart is also crossed. So, you know, we did hit off this 50 SMA right here. Major support. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow, but that's pretty much the game plan. It's very simple. We have a way to trade both sides tomorrow. Just have to wait for the opportunity to present itself. You know, that's the great thing about the system. I always say this: if there's going to be a big move in the market, the system's going to catch it. There will be a cross that happens, and that's why I love the system so much. You guys, you'll be able to catch the big moves. When there's a big move, a 0DT cross will happen. That's just how it is. You know, if there's a major move, major trend in the market, the system will catch it. And yeah, that's why I like it so much. So that's pretty much all I got. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. If you guys want to learn, join the Discord down below. All the trades are shared in there, and all the knowledge on the system's in there. Place to be if you want to learn. That's all I got. I'm out. Peace.